game plan? Are they just going to go for the safe 3 stars, or are they going to go for fast triples, as we've seen in the match between Tompinai and HTM Esports?
I think that their game plan has already been tossed aside. They were expecting to win their first match, and so even having to compete a second time today, they must be frustrated, they must be confused, they must be questioning themselves. But they have made marches from the lower bracket back to the top before. That's how they earned their World Championship title, defeating a very tough opponent, but doing it twice in a row after a bracket reset. So let's see if they can do it once again. They'll be defending first, though, against TGG Ascend, as Avengers 2 is the first to march into combat with a Flame Flinger on the right corner and a Warden Walk on the bottom side, getting lots of value. Single target Inferno near the core of this base could present a problem for the Grand Warden, who's already soaking shots from that Eagle artillery. Let's get him raged and invisibility'd up to protect him on the entry point here, Maxi.
Yeah, a couple of things didn't go perfect there. First of all, the healers got targeted by the Warden, but also he got a couple of shots onto his Flame Flinger from the mortar, and he definitely would have preferred that to stay up a little bit longer. But now the job for the Warden is to get the Town Hall, and for the Queen it is to survive. But I think both of them are going to merge soon. Yeah, the Warden now goes over to the Queen, and that is not good news for Avengers 2.
The healers also have just taken an absolute beating. They're barely left alive at all, with just a sliver of hit points. One single red bomb anywhere on the map could eliminate that entire pack of... Oh, never mind. It's the scatter shot that gets the job done. And with additional splash damage coming in against the other healers, this is looking really scary for Avengers. He's got lots more rocket loons to deploy on the left side. He's going to drop another mortar to keep those heroes focused on the middle. But that Archer Queen goes down, the Grand Warden taking even more fire, and he has no way to get back into the core. What is the game plan here? Can he still make this happen somehow, Maxi?
I should hope so, but I don't know what the game plan is either. I hope he will just use the Fireball now onto the Sweeper and then take out the CC. Yeah, there we go. And Fireball now. Okay. And now the Warden can luckily, yeah, he can take out the Town Hall. He needs to freeze the Monolith, doing just that. Okay, the freeze for the King was a little bit wasted, I think. But it could work out still. The Monolith is going to be the last target, though.
World Champion goes down as the Hog did not get there in time to protect, but really the only last 2 defenses are that Expo, which goes down, and the Monolith from the core. He does walk onto the Grand Warden, and there's going to be an Air Sweeper pushing the Loons back. They cannot make it all the way to the inside. Phoenix is going to be taking a lot of shots here and also pushed back by the Air Sweeper. One hit onto the Monolith, which would go down so quickly, but there's no time left. They've missed once, and they have to now soak a shot from Navi's Gaku. He scored 3 stars last time around, and expect to see the same again with a Warden Walk starting on the left corner.
And we got bat spells once more, Woody. That didn't turn out too great when we saw it last.
No, you're right about that. They had quite a bit of trouble. You have to really cover every single splash damage structure on the inside of the base, and with 2 multi-infernos and a spread on the multi-archer towers, wizard towers, it's going to be tough to really take out everything that he needs to make this bat bomb effective.
Oh, and I was just, I just realized I mistook them, or like mixed it up with momentum shifters. I think it was momentum shifters last weekend in the Open Cup, or like 2 weeks ago. Where Imran tried to use the mass bat spells, and it was a poison spell tower actually that made the difference there for him, because the poison spell tower was launched onto the bats, and then all of them were killed and didn't have any more value. So now it's crucial for Gaku that he can take out both of the multi-infernos and hopefully the poison spell towers as well, even though the one on the top side just got launched.
Well, the bats are coming in from the outer edge. Do see a single target Inferno on the bottom side that could cause a little bit of problems there. Tesla Farm over on the left side is also going to start zapping bats that are making way to their left side. Over on the right side, though, there's still just a wizard tower, and with a giant to block, that should be a really good follow-up for Gaku to try to keep these bats on a path to victory. Giant is still well done, placed perfectly to protect against that wizard tower, and there's kind of nothing left now to have to give these bats any cause for pause. no bombs going off and nothing to shut them down. Even if they all evaporated, the heroes would probably be enough for the 3-star, as there's plenty of time left, and Gaku is showing that he's got lots of different tricks up his sleeve to achieve a perfect hit.
Yeah, and the tornado trap there just launched in the end and probably killed all of the bats, but it didn't matter. Any choice for that is once again the Warden Walk rocket balloons. Let's see if this time around TGG Ascent's player can keep his Warden in control. Usually the bottom side is the side that is more likely to be trapped than the top side. Oh, a nice snipe there off the ground expo, and that means he's probably going to use a siege machine, a flame flinger on the top left side of the base. There we go. 9 o'clock corner, we see the siege, the flame flinger.
Right behind that little chat icon, and I guarantee you it's there. Oh, we got a little button that's making it even more difficult to see, but the flame flinger is firing off. Grand Warden is now hopping over the walls and getting a CC partial pull out now as he starts to deal a little bit of damage to the archers that came out of there. A ricochet cannon, not able to get any damage against any splash on the backside, but it is dealing a lot against that poor Grand Warden. He's popping off on all cylinders though and taking out every structure that he possibly can. Angry Jelly keeping him focused on the defenses for a little while here, and if he can snipe down this scatter shot, he'll have done his job on the inside. He's going to be going even deeper, though, as he finds a lock onto the Eagle Artillery, which has just been firing off without any clear targets, just hammering away at the Grand Warden, but he's been pretty much topped off by the healers. Yoroshi's doing a fantastic job so far.
Okay, nice. Now dealing with the Clan Castle troops. Nice poison spell. The flame flinger on the left side unfortunately got targeted by the mortar, and that is not great news. He should have used 2 rocket loons over there, but I guess he thought that he had enough value, and in my opinion he's right, because now when the Warden takes out the Town Hall, there's not too much around this base, and he still has the Queen, the King, the Royal Champion, all of them with ability. The Royal Champion not even deployed on the map yet, so things are looking very, very strong for Yorosh.
There she comes in and instantly pops that ability, sending off the Seeking Shield and the Rocket Spear for a long-range maximum effect, hoping to take down that monolith before it causes many problems. I guess he might lose the Grand Warden to it if he's not careful. Does drop a freeze over there and has to chew through this Barbarian King on the top side before he can make his way into the final defenses, but he's just got so many spells left that it is going to be an easy snipe for Euros, and that is the 3-star follow-up that we had hoped to see. TGG Ascend are going to be marching in with a Golem to protect an Archqueen charge, most likely on the bottom side, and also a massive ground-based Root Rider Valkyrie component.
Yeah, it's looking like a classic Root Rider smash there, and as you said, he's got the Valkyries in the mix as well. An attack strategy that seemed to work really well for HTM Brazil. Even though they usually brought an overgrowth spell, and that is something that Yara has not as part of his troops here, as part of this army. He has decided to go a little heavier on the freezes and the skelly spells, meaning that he'll be able to freeze up the Town Hall and the Monolith and to distract some defenses with the skelly spells. And wow, this is really seems to be going for time. He deployed everything so quickly. Unfortunately, oh no! These Valkyries near the Town Hall find so many traps, but he'll still be able to take out the Monolith and the Town Hall, so now he really should be good to go to the end of this attack.
Yeah, those Valks had a really tough time with the Tornado Trap and that Giga Bomb coming out. Lots of poison damage onto this poor Royal Champion, who does get a few more shots in against the enemy Barbarian King, but it's not quite take it down. Still 2 more freezes left to deploy, and there's 2 strong heroes still in this army. A couple of Root Riders out in front, taking more shots. Actually, man, there's like 4, 5. Did any Root Riders die at all in this army at all?
It doesn't seem like it. And we could see very early on how Yara was already smiling because he knew that this was going to go all the way. It might be a combination of all of those, but in my opinion it doesn't really matter to look at the time. As I said before, perfecting an opponent would have guaranteed you the victory in every single match today. And also looking at the current standing in this match, they don't really have to care about time. They just need to care about 3 stars, because the likelihood of Navi getting the 2-star with the exact same percentage as TGG is very low. But yeah, you just spoke about the Super Witches, and there we go. So Crocodile is choosing them to to 3-star, hopefully 3-star this base from Klous, coming in with the warden walk early on, and there goes the fireball, taking out the monolith and damaging the town hall, but he didn't really get too many buildings with it.
Yeah, I think he sniped the monolith, but that's really the only key structure that I can see that went down in the core of the base. Probably got some damage in against that expo up on the top side, and managed to clip the town hall, as you mentioned, but it's not going to go down, and the battle builder is repairing it right now.
Yeah, and now he's sending in the super witches now anyway, so he kind of just wanted to create a funnel and get the monolith as extra value, it seems. At the bottom side, he's already started to counter funnel with his king. With his queen, sorry, the siege barrack troops, and to make sure that the super witches, the king, the warden, and everything would go into the base. And this funnel is actually working perfectly for him so far. I wonder when he's going to use the royal champion, probably at around more the 9 o'clock corner, because now the super minions, they can actually take care of the multi-inferno. He now just has to get through this core quickly, so that the troops do not get hit too much. But there are so many traps, Woody.
Oh man, lots of damage coming in against his troops, forcing out the Phoenix. Popped the king, who's going to be going down very shortly. Super minions along the top side do find a little angle of attack against that enemy Eagle artillery and take it down. There's one more shot going to rain down on his super witches. They're taking a beating, and one of them is about to be eliminated. A super witch has been killed. And that has got to give Crocodile a bit of a pause, wondering whether he can make it all the way to the backside. Still with a healthy Archer Queen and Grand Warden, he can snipe a lot of these buildings, but he's got to stay safe, and he's got no more spells left to add on top. Royal Champion, with her ability though, should be able to get a lot of work done, and it's looking like a 3-star if he can just cross the finish line in 27 seconds.
Yeah, unfortunately the queen went down, so he did good by using the royal champion ability right away, because he needs all this troop and this extra troop power from the Hog Riders, from the Hog Rider puppet, to make sure he can take down the base in time. But it's looking very good. The Warden Rage Aura helping his troops. Only a couple of seconds, as you're pointing out. Just 2 more buildings. 4, 3
seconds,
2, and he gets it done. Wow.
It shape their own storyline going forward, Maxi.
Oh, and this is a really nice. We don't see any healers. The reason being, he's not going to do a huge warden walk. He's just going to take out his wizard tower. Then he's going to use a lot of invis spells and use the warden fireball. At least that's what I think. 3, okay. That's not as many as I thought, because he has 3 more invisibility spells, but he's probably going to use them later on. Oh! He already damaged some buildings in the core. That means we're most likely going to see a royal champion trick or a spiky ball trick. And this is going to be spicy.
Yeah, interesting choice to see the defenders here, Euros, putting all of those battle builder huts on the exterior side of the base. There were 2 that were right next to the CC, but that was easy pickings for a giant fireball on the earthquakes to shut that down. So no CC to worry about. 2 scatter shots still do stand up on defenses, but Kazuma has got a lot of those rocket loons ready to rain down hellfire across every angle of this base, Maxi.
Yes, and he's still got a nice and healthy warden at the bottom side as well, because there's not too much damage for him. The King Spiky Ball trick worked partially because he got the poison tower out of the way, but that's basically it. Now, Royal Champion trick, maybe now? I don't know. I don't really know why he damaged those buildings then. The warden is running very low. It would be nice if he could take out the scatter. Oh, he helps him out with the earthquake. Nice job. And now he can use the Royal Champion ability, and the rocket spare easily takes out the center of the base. And now look at what is left of this base. Wow. Not too much. Just the top side. And he's got 18 rocket balloons still left.
Excellent ability from that Royal Champion. Got long range value on that rocket spear, taking down 2 multi-infernos, and with the freeze on the final one up there, you are right, Maxi. This is the most number of remaining rocket loons I've ever seen in a raid, essentially swagging what remains of the space with the last few spells and rocket loons that he has to deploy. What a beautiful offense, and just running and an Angry Jelly, holding on to 3 invisibility spells and 2 earthquakes, so definitely expect him to see that fireball dropped as deep as he can get it. It's coming in from the top side angle. Might be able to get a lock onto that enemy multi-inferno in that kind of top left compartment with the fireball. Otherwise, if he cracks into those top compartments, yeah, which way is this Grand Warden going? He's taking a lot of damage early on. Those healers have their work cut out for them, Maxi.
Yeah, but he luckily made it work. I think he's going to go for the scatter shot.
Okay.
Need a town hall, or for the...
Oh, he's got a Tesla.
Yeah, the Tesla is a slight problem. Okay, yeah, there we go. For the scatter shot, nice. Actually, nice value. Now he just has to make sure... I mean, first of all, it would be nice if the Warden would tank the ground expo at the left side, near the Royal Champion, for the Flame Flinger. And then second of all, of course, to take out the Town Hall. But that job was just done by the Warden. But there's a lot of damage raining in onto the Warden, and he's not able to keep it alive. But nice use of the Queen right away to make use of those healers from the Warden. And they can now continue, but healing the Queen.
Gets the Town Hall and both scatter shots down, but the Eagle Artillery still remains, and that has been a problem for players who are relying on long walks to make these attacks reach all the way to the 3-star mark. Super Minions on the left side aren't finding too many air defenses, but with lock from the Eagle Artillery, they are going to go down one at a time as that damage rains in, and each salvo will take out another Super Minion.
Yeah, and the Queen is just able to take out the monoliths. He needs to pop her ability now, though. There are a lot of traps, and so far...
Another!
But maybe he has to use an invisibility spell there or so. But there are so many moving parts in this attack at the same time that I think he's still looking good with the Royal Champion ability intact.
Queen is just taking a beating. Need to drop that invisibility spell to protect her soon. He's got an Expo and cannon firing away. There he goes. Gives her a little bit of breathing room, and she'll survive to fight on. 1 more minute left for this raid. Royal Champion finds her way to the Eagle Artillery and then pops the ability. Hogs come on out, and with the Rocket Spear getting some long-range damage, I think all these defenses are indeed going to go down. Battle Cookie recovers and finds a 3-star of his own as TGG Ascend keep themselves in contention for a win against Navi. They just need 1 defense, and they'll be done. 3 stars win. Navi needs it most. Let's see if he's able to do it again now with 33 Hog Riders. Not even a hybrid component to this army. He's going to be going all on ground-based offense. Sends in a battle blimp, and those wizards are going to be raining destruction all across the interior, taking down the town hall. It would be nice if they could finish off that ricochet cannon, but they lose the lock. They're taking a lot of shots on the bottom side. Another invisibility gives them another chance. And it goes down, Maxi.
That was insane value from the Super Wizards. Also insane value from the Super Wallbreaker that killed off, I think, like 7 or 8 skellies there. But the King kind of sent into disaster there with the skelly traps and the Tesla farm, but he got enough value, and I'm really happy to see some diversity in attack strategies here. A Hog Rider, mass Hog Rider attack from Stars with 33 Hog Riders. Very importantly, he was able to lure out the Clan Castle troops with the King. He can now easily take them out in the corner, in the left corner with the Queen, and then there's really not much to stop these Hog Riders once he sends them in. And there we already go on the right side, Woody.
I was so impressed to see that the Super Wizard survived even after the invisibility spell wore off, and if he had just had 1 little tank to be able to soak shots from the scatter shot, he would have kept those Super Wizards going even further. Nonetheless, he is still looking very strong as the Hog Riders make their way in now toward that right side. Pops an early Eternal Tome to protect them. He does have to worry about this center compartment with multi-Inferno. There's the possibility of giant bombs. There's one right now about to blow up in those Hogs' face. That's going to force out that spell drop, and the heal should be able to top them back off to deal with that last splash damage structure. The multi goes down with Skeleton Spell to help out against that monolith. This base was totally crushed. Hog Riders indeed have found a 3-star with little resistance, and Stars shows us what that power can achieve.
I don't think I have often seen Stars swag spells in an attack. Kicked them out even though they next gen had 14 stars. The same could actually happen to TGG Ascend now, but for them to get 14 stars, Cyven would have to 3-star now, and that was a pretty straightforward fireball there from him, just to funnel a little bit. And now the warden needs to go over. There he goes, finally decides to yeah, do as he's told and follow the super witches. And now it's all about them to survive all the way throughout this base.
Cyven was another 3-star striker from the previous war, and yet again another slow striker, so no surprise to see super witches brought back again. He does see headhunters coming out of the CC, but it looks like the king and warden are going to stay safe just right out in front. Big rage spell drop to keep them going as fast as they can, and even though they're going to get slowed down by the enemy ice golems, they're still well protected by healers out on the backside. Take out that air sweeper as soon as they can, though, because the healers have a tougher job when they're getting slowed down, pushed around. Single target Inferno and a Monolith are going to start dealing a lot of massive damage to the king, so he pops his ability and cracks every compartment on the interior. If the super minions on the bottom side can deal with that scatter shot, this should be an easily finished off base.
Yeah, the Royal Champion already sent in from the top side. I think he should pop her ability early on, so she stays out of range of the Ricochet Cannon. He doesn't. Maybe he will do it in a second. But in the core of the base, the healers are still alive. They're keeping the big boys and the witches nice and healthy. Royal Champion running into problems. They're finding so many traps in the Tesla farm, but this base almost looks crushed already. Having the super witches now tanking and helping out the Royal Champion is great news. He even got the queen ability still intact, and with that he should be able to take out the multi-archer tower and the cannon at the bottom side, and then it should just be a question of time. But not really an issue here with more than 1 minute on the clock and just like 17 buildings left.
Oh yeah, and hardly any of those buildings are defenses. We have got this base cleaned up, no problem at all. Still holding on to his swag invisibility spell that he'll just drop for comic effect. The healers have done their duty, and the super witches and heroes on the interior of this base stayed nice and healthy. A 3-star for Cyven.
Be sure that that is their big goal for today, and we will see a hero dive Lalo. Nice.
Beautiful follow-up next from Navi's Klous. The hero dive Lalo is a risky maneuver to some, but in the hands of a seasoned pro who knows exactly what they're up against, we will get a lot of damage out of these heroes early on. And with triple lava hounds, this one is going to be expected to go the distance, a long way left. But with exterior air defenses, it's really hard to deny a Lalo strike like this, as long as everything goes according to plan. Keep an eye on the left side as the Archer Queen is going to pierce in and try to take out this Monolith early on. Healers are going to keep her topped off as the clones are also getting even more damage applied. We've also got a collapse with the Barbarian King and the Royal Champion as well, getting even more work done as they make their way closer and closer to the Town Hall, Maxi.
It looks super strong. That value is immaculate, and especially the Royal Champion in the rage spell there, able to take out the Town Hall, is so crucial for this base. Now he doesn't have to worry about the Town Hall explosion, the damage from the Town Hall Mega Tesla, the Town Hall poison, all of that stuff just gone, and that is crazy for Lalo. Now he sends in the blimp to take care of the multi Inferno and also to soak up a couple of traps that are often stacked in the core of the base. There we go. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Finding the red mine farm, and they're gone now, so he doesn't have to worry about Spec and Lalo. And talking about gone, Woody, I don't think that there's any chance for this base to stay alive. It will be gone in like 30 seconds.
Klous had still a lot of fuel left in the tank. Look, he's got a few more troops that he'll throw down now just to make sure that there's no question at all. Drops the final spell, and this base has been obliterated. As we approach that 98% mark, that will seal the deal and guarantee victory. Klous from Navi has found his perfect war, and they will move on in the lower bracket, eliminating our Cup 3 winner
Of our first perfect v perfect match.
Once again, we're so close. But these wars are often being decided by just 1 or 2 buildings, and that is again the storyline here. I gotta say, I think today in this war we saw our and HTM Brazil still undefeated on the upper bracket, while 4 teams in the bottom side are going to slug it out to see which one of them will get to challenge those top 2 squads. Top and I Empire, Navi, HTM Esport, and Head Start Gaming will start out our matches tomorrow, and we'll be able to see all of the remaining matches as we